the motion of the potion!
Alrighty, what's going on everybody? My name is Blitzer and today I'm going to be taking a look at my very first Skylanders Giants actual Skylander review, and I thought to myself long and hard, honestly. I was trying to decide who do I want to start with, who would be a good way to start, and I decided why not just start with my favorite Skylander out of the ones that I currently own, and that is Pop Fizz. Now, Pop Fizz is super duper cool. Basically, the way that this series is going to work is I'm going to first take a look at the actual figurine, because I feel like that's an important component to review within a Skylanders review, is to take a look at the actual figurine. Is it cool? Is it not cool? Because Skylanders combines the idea of toys and video games together, and I feel like it is important to review the toy component of it, as well as the gameplay component. So we will get to the gameplay in just one second, but we will kick things off with taking a look at the actual cool little figurine here of Pop Fizz. So Pop Fizz is very cool. As you can see, he looks kind of like, well, the first thing that most people would say is crazy. And that is completely true. He looks like a complete psychopath. And that's what I think makes him adorable and very, very cool looking, as well as just a really, really unusual character. He's basically almost like just a circle, like a ball with arms and legs. He's got, of course, only 3 toes and 4 fingers. So he looks very cool. He looks very crazy. I love the patterns on his skin here. So if I zoom in a little closer for you guys, I love the patterns on his skin. Like they even sculpted that in. I love the expression on his face. He's just completely nuts. He looks like he's about to drink the potion, of course, go into his beast form. So I love that it kind of like works well with his gameplay counterpart. If we turn it right over, you can see more translucent plastic to resemble some of his other potions right here in a pouch on his back, which is cool. You can also, it's kind of difficult to see, but right in the back there you can actually see the element, the magic element. It's kind of difficult, well, kind of, you can kind of tell that it's there, right there. So it is there, and it is obviously prominent on most of the Skylanders. They all have like a symbol somewhere where you can tell which element they are. But the thing that I really love about Pop Fizz is his base. I think that, to me, his base is absolutely awesome. It's done with this like gold, and then they put like black kind of wash all over it, and it's just a very cool base. Like, look at that. That looks like gold coins and treasures, and I think that it works so well because it's got all these like kind of weird graphics and designs all over it of stars and different shapes and things like that to really kind of work the idea that he is of the magic element. And to me, he's definitely become almost like the mascot and the representative of the magic family. I know that usually the giant is the representative, but even if you take a look at the box here, as you can see, we've got Skylanders of the different elements right at the front here, and as you can see, Pop Fizz is right here representing for the magic element. So I find that to be very, very cool and encouraging, and I think that he is for sure, if not the coolest, he's definitely one of the coolest, even if you are not like me and he's not your favorite. To me, he's the coolest because he's my favorite Skylander. He's not my favorite overall because the Giants are awesome as well, but as a Skylander, he's my favorite. Now, I also brought the Portal of Power so that we could actually take a look at what happens when you place the Skylander onto it. So basically, we're going to just place Pop Fizz, and as you can see, nothing great kind of happens, and I know that that was anticlimactic, and it's like, why the hell would you do that? But to me, I felt like it was appropriate to do that just to see how he would look on the Portal of Power, or is it Portal of Power? I always call it Portal of Power. I hope that that's correct. I might be incorrect, and I'm sure someone will correct me in the comment section below if I am. But basically all that happens is, just like all the other Skylanders, his base, the orange translucent plastic here does light up. So if you right there, so it is kind of cool and effective. But yeah, nothing too great lights up on him. Of course, he's not a light core figure or a giant, so therefore he doesn't have any kind of light up feature within him, or like Crusher has, or any of the other giants have, or like light core figurines would have. But other than that, even all that considered, he's still very, very cool looking, and I love the fact that not only is he an awesome figurine, he's also got awesome gameplay. So that being said, speaking of gameplay, let's take a look at Pop Fizz's gameplay. Alrighty, so as I just said, let's take a look at some Pop Fizz gameplay. So before we get to the actual gameplay and all, let's take a look at some of his stats and other things. So of course, here's his statistics for max health, speed, armor, critical hit, heroics, and of course the elemental power. And as you can see, he's not specifically specializing in any one area. He's got a very good amount of health. Of course, he's not completely maxed out right now at this point, and there are no hats equipped. So overall, I would definitely say that you would want to probably focus on a hat that would increase his armor ability, because as you can see, that is kind of like the one area where he is weak at. So I would definitely try to give him something that would allow him to be a little more effective in that regard. And there are a great variety of different hats that you could equip that would kind of like take and get rid of that particular weakness of his. So now that we looked at his stats, let's take a look at some of his upgrades here. So of course, his basic upgrade is the Potion Lob, which becomes available right off the beginning, which is basically your basic ability of being able to throw potions at enemies. And yeah, it's very, very useful, and basically it counters completely differently to the beast form. So these are kind of his specific pathways, which we'll get to in just one second. But basically, the idea here is that you can either choose to go with a close combat, you know, hand-to-hand combat ability in his beast form, or you could go ahead and focus on your long-range attacks, which is what I prefer with his Potion Lobs, where you basically throw different types of potions at enemies and cause a whole bunch of damage. Or you want to get up close and personal and smack some enemies around with your beast form. Now, the other things that he's got is the new concoctions, which allows him to unlock brand new potions by basically pressing B. You go to different potions. After that, we've got basically an upgrade to one of the potions, which is the titled the Puddle of Pain. It is my favorite ability of his, which is basically what it does is it creates a pool of acid once it lands, and then that pool of acid, as enemies walk over it or as they're standing on top of it, suffer damage. So it's very, very useful, and it does a ton of damage, especially against the larger enemies that don't maneuver themselves a lot. It really allows you to do a lot of damage, and it really, really makes Pop Fizz very, very deadly. Then we've got the Raging Beast, which is basically kind of just an upgrade to the Beast form upgrade that he's got, which is basically all the attacks that you do in your Beast form will do additional damage that they wouldn't do unless if you acquired this particular ability. The same goes with this Dexter's Delivery, which is basically an ability to just make your potion lobbing a little more effective, in the sense that it allows you to grab the potions much faster. So when you just start off, you will feel a little stale and kind of slow, as he's going to be like sluggish, kind of throwing his potions very slowly. But as you're able to purchase more, as you purchase this upgrade, you're able to really throw your potions much quicker, and he'll be grabbing them out of his cool little pouch much quicker, in a much quicker manner, which will allow you again to do much more damage in a faster way. So here's the path split up that I just mentioned before, where you have to decide, do you want to go ahead and be you know, a Master Chemist or a more beast, I should say, because it says an exclamation mark. But basically, the Master Chemist, or this particular pathway, the bottom pathway, focuses, as I said before, on the potions. To me, it's a much more effective way to play with the Pop Fizz, just due to the fact that he's not very good on his armor ability. So therefore, I prefer with him to stick back and really do a lot more damage from far away, and take advantage of his attack specs and all the others statistics that he does possess that are beneficial to him, and allow him to be a much more you know, useful Skylander, especially not only in the game but in battle mode against your friends and everything. I just think that this is a little bit of a better combination of upgrades. That being said, the Beast form upgrades, as you can see, again, another upgrade specifically to the Beast form. Then after that, these two upgrades are very cool, especially this one, the Berserker Boost, which allows you basically, as you defeat enemies, your Beast form meter keeps increasing. So in a sense, you could potentially use your beast form for an entire battle scene, as long as you keep defeating enemies, which is really great, and really allows you to kind of exploit the beast form ability more so than anything else. And then I found this to be very cool too, which is the Mutant Beast, which allows you to perform special abilities based on which potion you drank, or to activate your beast form, because you can do a variety of them as you focus on your beast form more and more. Now, the Master Chemist focuses on again, more damage. So this one speeds things up. This one increases damage, which is great. And then basically this is the very cool upgrade for him as well, which is the Mixologist upgrade. And along with the All-In upgrade, they work really well. Basically, the Mixologist allows you to mix, exactly what it sounds like, is to mix your potions. So you are allowed to mix your effects, and really allows you to further your gameplay experience with Pop Fizz more so than with any other character, in my opinion. All In basically allows you to throw the 3 potions, and then finally the ability that, all 3 potions of one kind. So it allows you to throw 3 potions of one kind, meaning that you would throw either 3 acid pools or 3 explosive, whatever it may be. It would throw 3 of them instead of 1. And then finally, basically his ability Shake It, which is basically by repeating, by tapping B or the LT button or whatever the trigger is on the PS3 and the other systems. By tapping the button, it allows him to basically kind of boil up a potion, and then it explodes and does a ton of damage. So now that I've blabbered along, basically, let's get to some actual gameplay. So I'm going to go ahead over here, and I'm actually going to go into a battle arena. I know some people prefer to showcase it within a chapter. I just feel like a battle arena is perfect because it's about battling. So to me, it's like it's a perfect place to showcase some attacking powers and things like that. So here we go. We've entered our battle arena, which is Stop the Spell, which I actually did a specific coverage for, so make sure to check that out. So here we go. Basically, I'm going to show you right off the bat. First off, he's got this explosive potion, so here's the basic attack, as you can see. Then if I shake it by pressing B, I can unlock these little guys, these purple guys, which basically they're kind of like your minions. They run around and do damage for you, and they distract the enemies. So you see, like, I could just be staying here and just let the minions fight, and just be smart about how close I get and win the battles just by doing that. And then finally, my favorite one, which is the acid pool. As you can see, as I throw it down, as the enemies watch, you see, as they walk up to it, they get damage from it, and it's awesome because you could just toss a couple of those around the field and then just run around in loops and let enemies step on them and suffer at your Pop Fizz's-ness, awesomeness-ness. Yeah, that's a word. Okay, and then basically, so now that we looked at the basic attacks, let's transform into our beast form. So as you can see, my meter goes down very quickly. If you specified your beast form as your favorite upgrade, it would definitely go down much slower. But that's basically what you get to do with the beast form, is just come up close and do a lot of damage in that sense. And as you can see, slowly the meter will then fill back up. Now, let's take a look at the All-In ability, which is basically I have to hold A, and then I toss out 3 of the potions. So I could toss out 3 minions at once, which is great. I could toss out even 3 acid puddles, which is really awesome. Check that out. Boom. So that's that. Then we've got our explosive ability, which is unlocked with the soul gem, of course. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, you see that? Basically, all it does is he's shaking the potion bottles, and then the potion bottle explodes to basically create a giant cloud of a different variety, primarily purple. But he basically, the idea here is that he's mixing up all the potions into one concoction that explodes. And then finally, let's take a look at the mixologist stuff, which is, to me, the most fun part about this whole thing. So, for example, I'm going to kick things off right here with the acid puddle, and I'm going to toss that out right there. And then let's say I want to mix it up with the fire or explosion. Boom, you see that? The puddles go on fire. So not only do they take damage by standing on them, now they're getting burned, which is absolutely freaking awesome to me. So for example, we could toss out the same thing we could do with the acid pool. We toss out the acid pool, and then let's say I toss out some minions over it right here. Boom. Now the minions have become poisonous, and as they run up to enemies, they explode and become acid puddles themselves. So very, very cool in that sense. And okay, well, there we go. I forgot to focus on the actual battle arena because I'm showcasing the gameplay. Sorry about that, guys. But basically, that's kind of how the mixologist part works. And yeah, that's pretty much all there's to it, to Pop Fizz. That being said, as you can see, he's got a great variety of gameplay, and to me, he's just like the perfect Skylander in the sense that he combines being a very, very cool figure. Like, for example, to me, Shroom Boom, he's an awesome figurine, but the gameplay for him is not too interesting to me, and it just becomes very stale. With Pop Fizz, it's just like the perfect variety of a mix of gameplay to
the figurine as I covered is very cool itself, and then the gameplay for Pop Fizz is awesome, absolutely fun. You get to run around and really mix things up with the mixologist ability, and then if you've got the ability for all in, of course you get to do even more damage, so you really get to experiment with him much more so than almost with any other Skylander. He really does not become stale at all, because you can always mix things up in terms of, well, mix things up, get it? Because he mixes things, but it allows you to really have a great variety in gameplay. And then if you get bored with the mixologist, you could always switch your upgrade path and go ahead with the beast form upgrades and focus on that if you're more interested in just raw power, running up and just doing a ton of damage in that sense. So overall, I give Pop Fizz a 9 out of 10. He's an absolutely awesome pickup, and he is my favorite Skylander that I currently own out of the ones that I have, and I would definitely recommend to pick him up. If you only could pick up one Skylander, I would definitely say that he is a great representative of the Magic family. Thanks all for watching, guys. Please hit that like button, guys. That is the best way to showcase support for the series. Of course, if you could go ahead and also subscribe if you haven't yet. In the comment section below, you could leave suggestions for which Skylander you would like to see get reviewed next, and I will definitely take your suggestions into consideration, I should say. And thanks all for watching again, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to share the videos, favorite the videos, like the videos, and of course, comment below to let me know your opinions, thoughts, etc. Peace out, guys. I'll catch you guys next time, and I'll see you later.